So why should you choose your own insanity? And what do I even mean by that? Shouldn't you be sane? Like, isn't for a human good to be sane? That's what you're always told. Being insane has this negative aura around it. Insane people are usually called the criminals, the retards, the Down syndrome people. Like, those are usually called insane. So why am I telling you to choose insanity, like choose your own insanity? Well, firstly, I want you to look at normal people. If you just go outside and start looking at people, what do you notice? I'll tell you what I notice. Everyone is fat. Everyone is unhappy. So, by definition, if you're normal, if you're like most people, you're a retard. You don't care about your body, you don't care about your life, and the only thing you care about is scrolling TikTok. But insanity, in my definition, just means not normal, different from normal. An earplug fell off. Well, so let's take it like that. If the whole world smokes, let's say that 90% of people would smoke. Just imagine a scenario. 90% of people smoke. If you don't smoke, well, you're the minority. Wouldn't you then be considered insane for not smoking? In this world, if you want to have a retarded and simple life, then just do what the retarded and simple people do. If you don't want a retarded and simple life, and you want an exceptional life, or even just slightly exceptional, like not homeless, because who knows what will happen in the future. We have war on the horizon, we have so much bullshit is happening in the world. Do you actually think the economy is going to survive as it is? Do you actually think everything is gonna be okay as long as I do this, as long as I go there? As long as I do what people always do, everything will be okay. No. That's why I'm telling to choose your own insanity. There are various types of insanity. Various. There is like the gym insanity, like going to the gym every single day, things like that, like being a gym rat. Let's be honest, that's insane. Going to the gym every single day, getting pre-workout, pumping creatine in your veins. Okay, that didn't sound right, creatine is actually good. Like pumping steroids in your veins and all that. That's gym insanity. But there are various types of insanities. Every single hobby has an insanity. And insanity is a spectrum. Please think of it like that. There's a spectrum between retard, normal person, and complete insanity. What I'm trying to say is somewhere around here. If you actually want to be a little bit of an exceptional person. Not bad. Good. Basically, if you choose to be insane, then by default you are not average. If you choose to be exceptional, then by default you are not normal. You are, by definition, insane. So if you actually want to achieve anything, maybe you don't want to achieve anything, maybe you just want to sit like a snail in your room, getting your money from somewhere, I don't know from where, because very soon nobody's gonna get any job. Like, if you write your whole thing on, oh, I'll get a job, everything will be alright. No, nigga, you're not getting a job. How many jobs have been completely cut from the world recently? Like, in just America, 100,000 recently. Do you actually think you're gonna get a job? Let's be honest. If you're not ready to be insane, to be exceptional, how can you expect an exceptional life? How can you expect an insane life? You're just going to live the same exact life everyone has lived for, 50 years, let's say. Actually, no, life was much better then. At least you could get a job back then. So even worse than 50 years ago. That's how bad it is. I love training. If you're not exceptional, be it exceptionally good or exceptionally bad, if you're not either of those things, how can you expect to have anything exceptional? I think most people are very, very arrogant. People expect to have exceptional stuff, an exceptional job, an exceptional salary, but they're not doing anything exceptional. They wake up, they try to make money, and then video games? That's not exceptional at all. So how can we expect anything from that? What I'm saying isn't complicated, just glanced over most of the time. It is just plain logic. But humans are not logical beings, we are emotional beings. And then, if we are emotional beings, how do you get yourself emotionally rather than logically to become exceptional? If you'd think logically, you could get every single step to becoming, let's say, a millionaire. You could get every single step logically and get there. But emotionally, would you get there? Wouldn't you get burned out? Wouldn't something happen? No matter how logical you are still going to act emotionally. So then, how can you be emotionally exceptional? Look at people around you. Even better, look at the losers around you. How are they? Are they like kinda angry? Are they kinda happy? What are they kinda doing? And just do the opposite. By definition, if you do the opposite of what someone normal does, you're going to be exceptional. If 50 people and none of them go to the gym, or one person goes to the gym, if you also go to the gym, by ratio, 48 people not going and 2 people are going, the 2 people are going to be considered the insane ones. And by that definition, who is going to be more successful? Someone who doesn't go to the gym or someone who does go to the gym? In my head at least, if you go to the gym, you're going to have a healthier body, which will result in a healthier mind. So if you have a healthier body and a healthier mind, are you going to be more successful than the 48 people who didn't achieve these things? Like, it is logical. But as I said, humans are not logical. We are emotional. Emotionally, none of us want to be exceptional. Think of it like that. In tribalistic terms, when we were still living in caves and throwing spears at animals, if you were exceptional, you were one of two things. You were either the alpha or you were the guy who was thrown away from the tribe because he was creepy or a pervert or something. Like, it's either of these things, and I got a mosquito here. I'll find him and I kill him eventually. If you're different from your tribesmen, you are more likely to be shunned away from the tribe and be exiled. And if you are exiled from your tribe, you're dead. Like, nothing saves you. A human cannot survive alone in the wild. Maybe some people can, but at least in that period when we didn't have technology, if you were alone in the wild, you were dead. So, fundamentally, on a DNA level, if you're going to be shunned away from normal people, you feel like you are more likely to die. So you feel yourself in danger when people shun away from you. Which means, emotionally, you don't want to be different from other people because you think you would be in danger if you would be different from them. Which, logically, is not true. In this society, you can be as different as you want from everyone else, and you are more than likely to be alive. Actually, if you are different from people, you are more likely to be successful. But these things are ingrained in us. You don't want to be different because you're afraid of being different. Maybe you're a special case, who knows? Maybe you are actually the most insane person on this world and this video doesn't apply to you. Okay, this video should be able to be applied by most people. I personally am not exceptional at all. Yes, I was born with a couple things above average. Like, most people have brown eyes, I've got blue eyes. Most people have brown hair, I've got blonde hair, things like that. I have some things that are slightly exceptional, sure. Maybe some personality traits, maybe a couple things I was born with exceptionally, sure. But for the most part, I am just average. I'm an average guy. I want the average things. I do the average things. I'm not special. Yet. The beautiful thing about humans is that a human can become special. No matter how fucking retarded you are, no matter how moronic you are, your brain can change and morph since the moment you're born, until your death. So the moment you are born until you die, your brain can continuously evolve. And if that can happen, you could, in theory, completely reinvent your personality with enough effort. You could, in theory, become exceptional piano player, even you have zero talent at piano, unless you don't have both of your hands and feet. Only in that case you wouldn't be able to play piano exceptionally, assuming that enough time and hard work is poured into playing the piano. If I would want to become exceptional, it's super easy from a logical standpoint. I just need to find the things that, if I do enough, will eventually make me exceptional. Let's say, for example, going to the gym and getting strong. If I get an exceptional physique, that is something exceptional, something insane compared to the normal. How do we do that? Simple. You just put in effort every single day. You create a routine. You make it into your DNA. Something that if you don't do that thing in that day, you just don't feel alright. Something doesn't work. That's how you become exceptional. That's how the concept that I've told you about in the title, insanity, I believe works. Society evolves because of exceptional men, because of insane people that decide that I'm not going to be like everyone else. That's why society has so much beautiful things. You need to be insane to try 1,000 times just to develop a light bulb. You need to be insane to paint so much, to be so curious, to research so much in order to be capable of painting the Mona Lisa. That's all I've got. Please subscribe.